You know, it takes a lot to get 200 hits in a Major League Baseball season. One of the best of his era was Vladimir Guerrero Sr., who did it with Montreal early on in his career and did it 4 times overall in his numerous campaigns. But his son hit the mark on the weekend playing against the Miami Marlins. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is a Canadian by birth, one of the few players in MLB history from Canada to ever hit that level. Vladimir has been a demon in the second half of the season since the All-Star break, having one of his better campaigns this year. It's kind of funny, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at it. There's really some similarities between Vladdy Jr. and Sr. stroke, but Sr. would swing at anything that fell in front of the plate. Now, ironically, ladies and gentlemen, this is only Vladimir Jr.'s 6th season in Major League Baseball. The previous campaign, when he claimed close to 200 hits, was 2021 and had 188 home runs, 123 runs scored, 48 home runs, and batted .311. Now he's been a contender for the batting title pretty well all season, and some good stats, 30 home runs and 103 RBIs as of September 27th. Now, what does this mean for Vladimir's long-term time with Toronto? Well, yet to be seen. Will they break the bank to pay him? Because you know what happened with Vladimir, he basically left Montreal not only for better climbs, but for better money. But it's been an up and down season for the Blue Jays. You know, spotty starting pitching. What was expected from some of the starters didn't occur, and Jordan Romano and had a big injury. The different relievers didn't have it this year. Chad Green had these bad games as well. Jimmy Garcia was traded. Cabrera had a bad campaign as well, or inconsistent. So again, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., like I said, a very interesting cat because he doesn't really take himself too seriously. Now, as it stands right now, ladies and gentlemen, the native Dominican Republic can best be described as probably one of the few Canadian phenoms of the modern era. Now, again, made his Major League debut in April 2019. Now, born in Montreal, when his father was playing there, he was signed by the Blue Jays as international free agent in 2015. In 2018, he was named Minor League Player of the Year by both Baseball America and USA Today after batting .381 with 20 home runs and 78 runs batted in, with 38 strikeouts in 95 games. In 2021, he led the major leagues in homers, runs scored, and total bases, 48, 123, and 363. He was voted to the All-Star roster in 2021, during which he was voted MVP, the youngest to do so in All-Star game history, while also finishing second in All-Star balloting that year. Now, Vladimir Guerrero Ramos Jr., again, son of Vladdy, and a nephew of former Montreal Expo and MLB player Wilton Guerrero. Born in Montreal while his father was playing with the Expos, and of course, he's a Canadian citizen. His mother, Riquelme Ramos, learned to speak French while living in Montreal and later moved with him to the Dominican Republic, where Vladimir spent most of his early childhood. His parents separated when he was very young, and his mother moved to Santiago DR. Guerrero split time between San Diego with his mother, Don Gregorio with his uncle Wilton, and during the summer in the States with his father. Now, in 2003, Vladimir Sr. received a standing ovation during the final game for the Expos at Olympic Stadium. His teammates sent 4-year-old Vladimir, wearing a Charles Expos uniform, out onto the field to join him. His father told him to take off his helmet and wave to the crowd, resulting in what has been called an iconic photo. Now, as a youth, Guerrero was trained in baseball by his uncle Wilton. He said of Wilton, "I think everything I learned in baseball has been from him. I've been practicing with him since I was 5. He's the one who taught me to practice well." Now, he couldn't really learn too much from his father because the father is a free swinger. Now, eligible for free agency in 2015, Baseball America ranked Guerrero as the top international free agent, and MLB ranked him the 4th best. He signed with Toronto on July 2nd, 2015 for $3.59 million at age 16. He was assigned to extended spring training camp to open the 2016 minor league campaign. He made his pro baseball debut with the rookie advanced Bluefield Blue Jays on June 23rd. He hit his first pro home run the next day, a 2-run shot in a 4-2 loss to the Bristol Pirates. August 12th, he recorded his first multi-home run game, hitting 2 solo shots and an 18-5 victory against the Pulaski Yankees. Later in August, he was named the Appalachian League's All-Star at third base. Guerrero played in 62 games for Blue Field in 2016 and hit .271 with 8 homers, 46 runs batted in, and 15 stolen bases. On January 24, 2017, MLB named Guerrero the third best prospect at third base heading into the 2017 minor league season. Now, he opened the 2017 campaign with a Class A Lansing Lugnuts, a 6-3 win over the Great Lakes Loons on April 7th. He hit his first homer of the season. He was named a Midwest League All-Star on June 7th, and on June 29th, he was named to the World Team roster for the 2017 All-Star Futures game. On July 6th, the Blue Jays announced he would be promoted to Advance A Dunedin Blue Jays following the All-Star Futures game. In a contest against the Clearwater Thrashers on August 31st, he hit the home run to give the Blue Jays a 5-3 victory, with the win ensuring Dunedin would make the Florida State League playoffs. He finished the 2017 season batting .323, 13 home runs, and 76 RBIs in 119 games played. He also walked more than he struck out with 76 and 62 respectively, and posted a .910 on-base plus slugging percentage (OPS). On September 6th, he was named ESPN's Prospect of the Year. During the off-season, he played in 26 games for the Leones de Esquesquigo of the Dominican Winter League. Now, he entered the 2018 season as a top prospect in the Blue Jays group. On March 23rd, he started his season with AA New Hampshire Fisher Cats. During the first month of the season, he batted .398 with 30 runs batted in. He was also the Eastern League's Player of the Month after hitting .438 with 9 homers and 28 RBIs in May. On June 6, Guerrero was removed from a game against the Akron Rubber Ducks with a leg injury. 3 days later, it was determined he had strained a patellar ligament in his left knee and would be on the disabled list for a month. On July 28, it was announced that Guerrero would be promoted to AAA Buffalo Bisons following his father's induction to the National Baseball Hall of Fame Museum. Now, he hit the .402 with 14 homers and 60 RBIs in 61 games with New Hampshire. On August 30th, the Blue Jays added Guerrero to the roster of the surprise Squawgaros of the Arizona Fall League. Now, entering 2009 spring training, questions arose as to whether the Blue Jays would have Guerrero in the opening day roster or seek to manipulate his MLB service time by assigning him to the minors to begin the season. Keeping Guerrero in the minor leagues for the first 2 weeks of the campaign would prevent him from reaching free agency until after the 2025 season. On March 10th, the Blue Jays announced that Guerrero had suffered an oblique strain 2 days early and was ruled out for the rest of spring training. Now, he was eventually called up on April 24th, and the rest is history. Now, at the time, he was considered the top prospect in all of pro baseball and was hitting .367 and .424 .700 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs during an 8-game stint with Buffalo. He went 0 for 3 against the Athletics in his first trio of at-bats before hitting his first hit, a double in the bottom of the ninth, and exiting for a pinch runner. His first multi-hit game was on May 11th when he reached 4 times. So his road to 200 hits has been long and arduous, but the manipulation of 2019 season, he's going to stay with the Blue Jays, but it's going to cost him an awful lot. So congratulations, Vladdy Jr. and Sr., Senior for giving birth to them, and Vladdy for your great numbers. If you like what you're doing here with our baseball podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.